We got a call from a homeowner in Jackson, Tennessee. They had a hose bib bust on the exterior of their wall. And it didn't leak when the hose bib was off, but when they turned it on, it leaked in their wall. So they're in a slab. So when you have to replace a hose bib in a slab, it's a little different process. You can see it here, kind of an overview. And we get close and you can see that there had been a repair before, but they weren't sure how to secure it to the brick. And so they just siliconed it in place. So now I'm taking a measurement on the outside of the house because I know I'm gonna have to go inside and transfer that measurement and figure out which wall this hose bib is in. So you can see it's at 15 feet from this doorway. So I'm gonna go inside the garage. I'm gonna pull the same measurement, but 15 feet puts me behind that water heater in the wall. So essentially to get to the hose bib from the garage, I would have to take that water heater out, replace the hose bib, and then put the water heater back in. So I knew there had to be a better way to access it. So we talked to the homeowner and we went into the living room. And they had a piece of furniture in front of this outlet here next to the window. But we moved the furniture out and you could actually see where the drywall had been repaired before. So this is how they accessed it in the past. I laid out my access panel and got my multi-tool and started cutting. Whenever I cut into drywall with my multi-tool, I always take a vacuum with a filter with me. That way I'm not creating dust that's gonna fly in the air and get on the furniture. I try to really contain everything that we do. And you can kind of see the process here. Typically I use 14-inch access panels that go stud to stud, but this space called for a smaller access panel, and you can see here it's going to fit great. So I cut my hole and you can see that the old hose bib's connected to the CPVC with the shark bite. We just want to cut that CPVC back, get a new install, remove the shark bite. We also use the vacuum to make sure that we don't get any water in the wall or on the floor when we're cutting out existing pipe. We did our best to drain the system, but whenever you cut a water line, there's always some residual water in the pipe, so we use the vacuum to suck it out. We needed to make the hole bigger in the block and in the studs behind the block for our new frost-proof hose bib. So I'm using an SDS hammer drill to help us do that. And then here I'm using my PEX gun to connect my new hose bib to existing CPVC pipe. Typically, when we install a new wall-mounted frost-proof hydrant on the exterior of a home that has bricks, we use a hose buddy. The hose buddy just ensures that there's a rigid connection between the hose bib and the exterior of the home. This is what our access panel looked like. Here's the completed install. And here's how it looked with our overall backyard aesthetic.